Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Elias Castillo and I am with EMC Outdoors. And today I want to bring you a promise video. I have been meaning to show you how you can grow vegetables or greens even if you live in a very tight space. So today I want to show you how to start a container garden. I am doing some fall greens and I want to plant them today. And today is almost the end of September. It is September 26th. And I want to show you how to plant some greens that you can grow all winter long on a windowsill or outside in your patio all winter long. Now, the strategy that I'm going to be showing you requires that you get a little bit of sunlight even in the winter. So you want to find a location in your house where you get southern exposure, because that's where you will get the most sun throughout the winter. Some really good stuff that you can plant this fall is going to be anything in the brassica family. So anything like broccoli, collard greens, or I love tatsoi and bok choy. Those do really well. Also, other things that you can grow are things like lettuces. And you can also grow some peas. And mostly you're going to be eating the greens from the peas. So you want to do some variety that's going to be nice and short, and you can clip it and put it in salads. Other things that I can recommend for you to do in containers is radishes. They do really well and they grow fast. In about 28 days you can harvest the radish and you will be able to eat the greens and the radish. So it's important to have a big container. You can't use the small ones because you need some mass, and the mass will hold some heat, and that will prevent your vegetables from freezing. So you want to have a little bit of a bigger pot. The bigger the better. But I know that not everyone has a lot of space. So today I'm going to be doing this 3-gallon pot and this 2-gallon pot. I also have one over there that is about 2 gallons. So I have some seeds here. I have saved them from the previous years. And I have some radishes, and I have some peas, and I have some Misuna greens and mustard greens. So I'm going to be doing those in these pots. I've already planted a ton of these vegetables in my raised beds, so this video is more for you guys to show you that you can grow these even if you have an apartment. Let's get planting. So I filled my compost about 2/3, it's about this full, and then I'm going to do the rest of topsoil so that the greens have the best soil to sprout on, but when they get below, they can get the very rich, nutrient-dense compost that I have right here. I'm going to be planting some French radishes on this container here. The package says it is 24 days to harvest. So we're talking probably October 20th or so. I should be harvesting some radishes from this bed right here, or from this container. So that's how quick you can harvest your radishes. It's really remarkable how fast they are. So in order to plant them, it says here that you need to do about a 1/2 inch of depth and about 10 inches of spacing in between. But I have been able to plant so many radishes in tiny little spaces. So I'm actually going to put maybe 20 in this container. And what you do is that you harvest the biggest ones, and then that gives space for the other ones to keep growing in the same little amount of space. After you put in your seeds, you can either add a little more soil to the top or just move it around so you can cover them. I'm just going to add one more handful of soil and top them off like that. I'm going to be watering this and then setting it aside, and in about 5 days I should have germination. We should see. It's important to let some of your flowers go to seed, and I have this lettuce right here, and what I did is this spring this lettuce went to seed, and all I did was cut it at the end of the season, and then I hung it upside down in my garage, and now I have lettuce seeds that are sort of acclimatized to my area. So these are red sales lettuce, and red sales lettuce is one of the hardiest that you can plant for the winter. So this whole container that I have over here, I'm going to plant it and sprinkle it all over it. And now whenever they sprout, I can actually take some of those seedlings and move them around my yard, and also harvest and eat some of them. So it's a win-win situation. In order to access the seeds, all you have to do is shake them around and pick them off the stem. Then you end up with something like this. It's a little bit of everything right there, right? So then you can sprinkle this as your seeds and they will grow from there. So I have one last container. Check out this little guy. I inherited this guy when I bought this house. Anyways, we're gonna put it to good use. I filled it up with compost from the backyard again. Check out how lively it is. You can see some worms in here. Now, I'm not sure if they're gonna eat my roots, but I'm still gonna plant it and we'll see what happens. Everything is a trial and error, but I'm pretty sure they'll be all right. Let me add some of this topsoil and gardening soil on top. So in this last container, I want to plant some cilantro. And guess what? I also saved my own cilantro seed. This particular cilantro seed I have been growing for about 7 years. So about 7 years ago, I bought a packet of seeds from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. They're a company based out of Southern Virginia. And check it out. All you have to do is let these guys go to seed at the end of the season. And when they're dry, all you have to do is take them and hang them upside down in your garage or somewhere else, and then you get this little seeds right here. Just like you saw me do with the lettuce, I'm going to overseed this container. So let's do it. And there you have it. 3 perfectly seeded container gardens. Each one of these will produce, you know, enough for a little salad here and there. It's not going to be a ton, but it will suffice and give you some greens that you have grown yourself. Now, if you have a space, look at this. You can have 4 of these containers growing in a space that is about 2 feet by 2 feet. So imagine what you can do if you have a balcony that is 10 by 8. A lot of balconies are that size. And if you're lucky enough to have southern exposure, or at least some sort of western southern exposure, you'll be able to do this. And this method does not only work in the fall, it also works in the spring and the summer. So give it a try and let me know in the comments if you have done some container gardening in your life. This is all I have for you guys today. It's a quick and easy video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you're planning to do any of them yourself. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.